YouTube fam, what's going on? I'm gonna let this video play a little bit. This is a video that you've seen in the stores and such, and I'm playing it on the Z9F, the legendary 75-inch Z9F, to let you guys just check it out. I'm playing it in the same mode practically that you would see at the store, just about. So I don't know, they have like the demo blowout mode. Mine's not so quite blown out, however. This has some pretty good content on it, dark and bright scenes. And if there's any reflections, I do have a window slightly open. I like to leave the windows open a little bit when I'm doing the shot here, because I want to leave like a normal viewing type of presence when that you would see in your own home when you're watching videos like this, or watching any TV rather. Now, if you please like and subscribe, that would be awesome. And I do pay for my own TVs, and I try to hustle my own TVs basically. I have a store here that I actually, they have a demo program. It's not Best Buy, it's not Magnolia, but they have a demo program that allows me to demo their stuff. And they're one of the biggest high-end organizations here in the United States basically. But that it's only older, they only let you demo older models, however, and floor models, but it is what it is. And which brings me to this, I tested out recently the A9G. I actually bought that, by the way, because I thought it was gonna be the, because of the shootout winner and all that, 219 and everything. I thought I just loved the TV. And this goes to show you don't necessarily go out and just buy something because of what you hear from somebody else, including myself, because you may not like my suggestions as well. So there's that, and there was the A8H, which I also borrowed, but I didn't. That's the one I actually did borrow, but I didn't make any videos of it because I didn't think it was really necessary. The two TVs were so close, it was unreal. Now, one thing I did like about the A8H better than the A9G, if you're looking and shopping for deals out there, let's repeat this real quick, and I'm gonna freeze it once I repeat it so I could describe some differences of stuff you may find that's appealing to you. Now, what I was saying was the A8H was brighter, and it looked like a more modified version, as far as up-to-date version of the A9G. Okay, it just looked a little bit brighter. It looked a little more punchier. It just looked more LED, LCD with a OLED type of mix to it. And those of you that own that TV, don't get rid of it if you're satisfied with it, because that's one badass OLED. The A9G, for my liking, was a little too dim. For my liking only. You may find it differently. Now, I found that basically it was for a darker room, that particular OLED. It wasn't for a brighter room. It was mostly, to me, it seemed like it was more for movies. Okay? Now, I'm coming from a Z9F, so I tried to dumb down my expectations just a little bit on the brightness. But it just, when my wife and some of the people coming over here are saying that the TV looks a little dim, and turn it up a little bit, turn up the brightness, and I'm saying it's full blast, we have a little bit of an issue. And that's just my opinion on those two TVs. Both fantastic TVs, color, accuracy, the whole 9 yards. Just one was a little brighter and one was a little darker, basically. One seemed a little bit more refined, because it was a 2020 model, which is the A8H. And if you're looking for deals out there, those two TVs are going on sale right now. And you're seeing a lot of open boxes and stuff like that. And if you could snag a deal, by all means snag one. Now, when I'm comparing them and when I'm talking about OLED and LCD and all that, I'm talking about high end. Okay, I'm not talking about no low end stuff. I'm talking about all the highest end models you can get your hands on. And right now, you can't get your hands on too many high-end TVs for LED. Besides maybe a Sony Z9F like this and Z8H. They're coming out. We're waiting on a new model to come out, the J series. And as far as OLED, my favorite OLED right now, or favorite TV, that I would actually pick over the Z9F would be the A90J, because of what it does is it gives you enough brightness. Okay. And I'm just saying that because it's just, the highest end TV, but, I've actually demoed the TV, and it's the brightness, and it's the actual the deep dark digital levels that it gets you, and it truly does that. Okay, and so we're just saying it. Some people used to say it when they had their OLED, but it wasn't really giving them the brightness they wanted. They were just saying it did, and all honestly, it probably wasn't. But this TV actually does, the A90J. So if you have money and you're looking for a TV, and that's the best TV, you want to just go balls to the wall, that's the TV to get, in my opinion. Your opinion may differ. Um, so the reason why I'm going OLED right now and telling people to actually go OLED is because I think they bridge the gap with those two TVs, the J series OLED TV sets that Sony has came out with, as far as the brightness and picture punch and accuracy of color. Those would be the two Sonys, and of course there's the LG C1. That would be one of my top dogs as well. One hell of a gaming TV, the best gaming TV out there right now. If for you gamers that just want to buy a gaming TV, and you watch a little movies here and there, watch a little TV here and there, that would be for you. But if Sony would be a way to go if you're watching primarily movies and TV shows, and you're doing some sports, and then you throw a little gaming in here from time to time, I'd go with one of the J series TVs. So that's the difference between the LED and the OLED. If you're out there buying some of these TVs, you're looking to buy, that's what you're going to see. Now the A9G, I gotta admit, it had a lot of miles on it. I fired that bad boy up, I think it was like 10,000. So there was a lot of miles on that thing. I went into the service menu to see how long it's been played. So maybe I got one that was a little bit dimmer than the other ones. Maybe if you buy a brand new one, it's a little brighter. I have no idea. I don't think that's the case, but take that with a grain of salt. So, and with that said, let's just go over a few pictures here. I'm not going to try to run this over 10 minutes because it just starts getting downright boring. And this is the scene that we're going to give to either OLED or LED. And I'm going to put a little disclaimer here. We're not going to talk about the A90J here, because A90J is basically, like I said, my favorite TV. It covers both bright and dark scenes. Bright room. It could cover a medium bright room, and it could cover a dark room. So it should cover most everybody's room. This particular scene right here, of course, that's going to be OLED. Okay, OLED's going to look better right here because of the deep dark digital levels in the background. The shoes here, any decent TV will look really good. I know Sony's, the J series, look really nice right there. It brings out the color right to your face. Of course, like I said, this is the Z9F. Don't compare your LED TV to this one. This is on its own level, basically. This and the Z8H are on their own level of TVs. Okay, and this is the 75-inch version. I'm gonna have to throw that in there because it has more zones than the 65. I know you 65 owners out there love your TVs. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying 75 gives that extra boost of contrast. This right here, I like either OLED or LED. LED's gonna give you more pop on that other scene we just seen. This is pretty much the same all over the place. This right here, same thing. Fruits. We're talking about upper TVs here, guys. The whites right here is definitely LED. I like LED right here. It just looks a lot better to me. Is the white color looks better. Like I said, we're not talking about the J series here, guys. The brand new J series TVs are, like I said, they bridge the gap. But we're talking about some of the older LEDs. OLEDs versus the LEDs. And this is LEDs of probably yesteryear because they're not really making good LEDs anymore. And we have that J series coming out, but it's not going to be cheap. So just give you a few comparisons. And right here, any good quality TV looks good. This looks good as well. This is, like I said, once you get up in this upper bracket of TV sets, guys, pick out one you like, go for it. Don't blink any eyes. Don't listen to anybody else, not even me. Like, subscribe. I do have a Patreon down there. If you're feeling generous, I buy my own TVs. I do my own demos. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Feel free to throw a little something in there. And with that said, I'm keeping it under 10 minutes. You guys have a good one.